Well, here we go. Mikkey Dee here. I'm standing here in Kraków, checking out my drum kit, And as you guys can see, it's a Sonar drum kit. It's Paiste cymbals, and there's a DW pedals, and there's Evans drum heads. And talk about cymbals here a little bit. I've been using Paiste now for, oh wow, way over 40 years. It's actually closer to 50 years. It's unbelievable, but I actually had Paiste on my first drum kit ever, so I'm getting there. But I've been using Paiste when I actually made a decision, a real choice of cymbals. I stuck with Paiste, and here I'm playing the signature Paiste cymbals. These 18s does not have my logo on it, but I got the great honor to have my personal logo on some of these cymbals. They should be on these as well, but I can show you a little later. But here we go. Usually I have a 20-inch full crash or a power crash in the end, following with a 19. This one needs to be a little lighter because I don't have that much power if I'm just gonna, when I'm playing on the hi-hat, just to stick it a little bit. And then we have an 18 China, and we have two 18s in the front. These I work very much and very hard. Then we come to 20 China, and then we have a 14 China underneath here. And this is really just for little accents, more for me than anyone else, because it's not a big one, it's just more for a feel. Same with my little splash over here. We have a 22-inch power ride, and I love this ride. It really rings out the way I want it. Nice quarter notes on a half bell or a tap in the cymbal. It just has the right sound for me. And then we come over here. Here I have a 20. This one I use a lot. So this one needs to be powerful and strong, and it really is. And then we have the Swiss cheese over here. As I said, this is also more of an accent cymbal. Just a quick, bright, fast crash. A lot shorter than obviously the China cymbals. And here is a 16 China as well. And that's also more for an accent type of thing. Not so much to bash away. I use these two guys for that. If I really want to make my China sound loud, these are the guys. And 14-inch sound edge hi-hat, absolute best in the business. I played it since it came out, and I will never change it. And that's my little cymbal setup here. And the quality of Paiste is just tremendous. I remember in the 80s there was a lot of complaints over them breaking fairly easy, and I tend to agree a little bit. So it was not an easy cymbal for a young drummer maybe that had to buy new cymbals all the time, but that's not the case anymore, and since a long time back. These guys actually last very, very well, and that they have such a consistent sound. I put it here for a reason, because of the sound. I don't want to get a cymbal that sounds different than this particular 20. I want this 20 here. So when this baby calls it a day and say I'm done, I want the same sound here. And that is great with Paiste, that actually the cymbals sound the way that you want. And if you zoom in on one of these, you can see the Mikkey Dee cymbal here. The scorpion, and then you have my little name there, so it's kind of fun. Yeah, it's a great cymbal. I can highly recommend it, and I will not leave Paiste, that's for sure. As long as I'm playing drums, these are the babies I will hit.